I feel so much resistance to share that I'm feeling unhappy and that I don't know why. And over the course of a day, I got more and more unhappy, which prompted me to find the courage to ask myself why I'm feeling sad. I'm starting to wonder if maybe I was self-sabotaging. I've recently turned a corner in my Saturn return in my healing journey from trauma, in my partnership, in my creativity, in my entrepreneurship, and in my understanding of my self-worth. My life on paper, the paper of my New Year's resolutions, seemed like I had no reason to feel sad. I've been healing so much that the external reasons to look to are few and far between. It's humbling, exciting, and a bit confusing to realize how many layers there are on the inside that contribute to this unhappy feeling. I know now to allow sadness to be, rather than fighting it off. I know how to sit with it, even though it's really uncomfortable. And sometimes I find myself judging my experience. I know how to compartmentalize and put my focus on other things. I'm also getting better at remembering to make time to return to the feelings. So here I am, carving out a quiet moment to ask myself what's going on, why I'm having a hard time feeling contentment, why I feel so much discomfort, why I feel so unhappy, even though I'm healing and changing. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. And let these questions echo within me until they hit gold. And I hear a small, clear voice. If we're happy, she won't love us. Just like that, clarity hits me like a soft breeze. I know instantly that she is my mom, and I'm speaking with my inner child. I've traversed my inner world so often that I know where little me lives. I know how they sound. I know the words they choose and how it feels to be with them. With my eyes still closed, I see a little version of me in my mind's eye, probably about 6 and very much alone. So, I imagine my adult self, as I am now, walking up to them, crouching before them to get on their level and sitting cross-legged on the floor in front of them. I take each of their little hands in mine, and I patiently wait for them to meet my gaze. When they do, I look in their eyes, and I ask them to tell me more. In the sweetest of voices, they say, "Mom's not here. I'm so lonely. Maybe I'm bad. Maybe that's why she's not here. She must not love me. Maybe that's why I'm so lonely. And I'm sad. So, if I stay unhappy, even though all these good things are happening, maybe she'll realize I need her. Maybe she'll come, and then she'll love me." Oof. I'm hit by their vulnerability and struck by their openness. I know exactly what they're talking about. I was them during my childhood. I used to think that something must have been so wrong with me for all the people nearest to me to be so busy all the time, to be away all the time, to not have time to just be together on the day-to-day and enjoy each other. And it was around this age that I realized I liked girls and also that I wasn't like other girls. But at 6, I didn't have the language or the understanding of queer or non-binary. I just knew how I felt. And I was observant enough to know that not many other people around me felt the way I did. There were so many years that I suffered believing that being queer and being non-binary and being weird was part of what made me bad. And it was part of what kept love at a distance. I knew exactly what little A was talking about. Taking another deep breath. I say to my little one, their hands still in mine, my eyes still on theirs. It's so painful not to have her here. Feeling lonely sucks. It hurts so much, especially when we think that we're the reason and that it's our fault. But little A, it's not your fault. I was there. I used to be you. And I grew up and I learned so much. I learned it's not your fault. Mom had her own stuff she was dealing with, and part of why she wasn't around is because she chose to work so much to make sure that we didn't live in the level of poverty that she did. And part of why others weren't around is because they had to work hard too, making sure that they could build a future for themselves. They were all trying to survive. So when we were little, they didn't even know how to live yet all the way. They didn't have the energy or the mental space for it then. But I do. And I have it now because I'm a part of you. I see you, little one. You came into this life as a curious, sweet little person who wanted to live and explore and heal and play. I see how big your heart is and how much you love being kind. I see how much you love animals and you think people are just so interesting. You are so special. And I really love it when I get to see you smile. I love it when you're happy. And I love you when you're happy. I also love you when you're sad. It's okay to be happy just as much as it's okay to be sad. You can be happy if you want to be. You can be as loud and as brilliant as you choose. You can be as shiny and as Leo-y and as warm and as Cancerian as you feel you want to be in any moment that you choose. And I will love you for you, deeply, wholly, fiercely. Well, why doesn't she? Little A's curiosity strikes again. I don't know. I think she does, just in her own way, in a way that's different from the way that I love you. But I got all the love you're craving, all the love you need. And you don't have to change yourself or be small or be dimming your light or wait for it. My love is ready to be showered all over you right now. At this point, we both have tears in our eyes, and little A is looking at me with a mixture of emotions in their gaze. Admiration, tenderness, indignation, power, and mischief. and give them a knowing smile as I can feel the energy of each of their emotions move through me and wrap around us. So, you want to keep waiting? Or do you want to be happy now? And with the highest level of sass and eye roll this little being could muster, as if to say, is this even a question? With all of their body language, Lil A gave me the quickest and tightest hug, and in a blink, they were up and running off on some adventure to play. Another deep breath. I get up, dust myself off, and look on as my little one starts climbing a tree like a little tiger. And with each foothill and handhold bringing them higher, their imagination springs to life, the makings of a lavish treehouse, replete with a slide, a swing, and a balcony. Just as they make it to the top, pink and lavender curtains billow in the wind from their treehouse balcony, and a chapter book, juice, and cookies are waiting for them on a little wooden ottoman. They pick up their book, plop on a linen-lined couch, and look up at me one last time with a knowing smile. And they cup their hand to the wind and whisper a secret before diving into the book on the couch of the veranda of the world they just created. At this point, I'm crying. And on my exhale, the breeze delivers their secret to me. I love you. For today, our work is done. Another deep breath and steer strained face. My eyes spring open, and the first thing I see is the wind rustling in the leaves of the treetops. I think of little A, and I smile to myself. I'm moving through unhappiness.